Okay, are we live? I can't really tell because I've got my screens messed up. Are we live? There we are. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome. Since I'm about minus a minute in my timing here, why don't we just do this? I want to introduce you to Oscar and Felix. How is everyone doing today? Hey Andy, hi Barry, hey, hi Jose, hi BA. Hey Dr. Dave. Oh no, hey the GPs. There goes Felix. This is Oscar. Now, we're not gonna have at least Oscar in here for very long. I think Felix is gonna be much more tolerant, but hey Ray. Felix does look like Melody. Yep. So, yeah. We picked these out on Friday, and we were able to pick them up last night. So, we'll talk a little bit more about them when I don't have to divide my attention between making sure they don't get loose in this garage. But, so, I am going to go let Oscar back in the house because he is coming. He's walked up to me and wanted pets today, but he's still a little timid. Felix here is all ready to go. So let me put these guys over and then we'll talk about it a little bit. It is a bad idea for us to lose them in that garage. There you go, Oscar. Startled him with the door. We'll keep Felix around for a little bit because he likes being held. Okay, so I'm back. Let me put this away and then we'll get started on Trident stuff here in a minute while after I talk about this. So here, you can explore there a little bit. I am also confident I can get Felix out from any little nooks and crannies. So Derek, thanks for the gifted memberships. Hi, Laura. Sean, I'm sure. So maybe I will go and, oh, okay. Well, I've lost already. He's back behind the stuff. He can't, oh, no, he's going this way. Okay. I'm going to go put him away so I don't have to worry about it too much. Be right back. I thought he'd stick around, but it's way too much interesting stuff in here. They haven't been let. There you go, buddy. Oh. What'd you think? What do you think? Awfully cute, huh? Let me catch up. Hey Rod, hey Clownhammer, hey Fixer Jake, hey PF Dennis. I'm here, got your subtle go live hint and had to run to get Laura. I'm convinced that I think I'm far more clever than I am. So I had to do it though. So, Shammy. I'm sure that's Shammy. Thanks for the gifted memberships. Thank you, Fabrico. Derek, thank you. Today's a special day. Steve got kittens and my Voron Legacy got cereal. Awesome. So we went and looked at kittens a couple of days last week. We looked at some strays, some captured strays. They were just too timid. We went to a couple of shelters and that's where we found these. So some wires leftovers. They will be happy. They absolutely love these little kitty toy on a leash things. Yeah. So if anybody missed it, you have to rewind because they were only in here for 3 minutes of the stream. But it'll come. They will have to pick whether they decide to hang around here. And I think Felix will. The black one is Felix. The orange tabby is Oscar. Felix was the one that caused us to pick this pair. They are from the same litter. They came in from a home, which means they had some mama cat time which I think is a good thing. Sean, thank you. They came from a home who had unfixed cats and just got overwhelmed with kittens. There were 11 cats that came into the shelter in this group, and this was 2 of them. So we picked, Felix really was the driving factor in picking these 2, because he was all over, ready to be held, climbing up on shoulders, which, as you know, I'm a fan of. And Oscar was just nice and chill. He was sitting there cuddling with Felix in the pen at the shelter, and that. So now their shelter names were Cha-Cha for the black one, and Foxtrot for the orange tabby. And I thought later, I didn't make this connection at first, but later I thought that was a nice little continuation, because Charlie and Foxtrot, and I had the idea of Tango as a name. And April vetoed that, because the connection to Tango and Cash from the movie, and then also that the Man in Black, Johnny Cash, all fit, and that I live 30 minutes from Folsom Prison. But that was nixed. So she came up with the idea of Oscar, which is another letter in the phonetic alphabet, and Felix. And it does have a connection to the Odd Couple. I never actually watched that, and it's not a driving force. It's just we like the names. So, Pathetic Puma, thanks for the gifted memberships. So yeah, that's the very condensed, very quick little story about them and their names. I had talked leading up to this on whether we would check to see if we want to do any polls on names and stuff like that, but they've kind of settled in. I thought we would have a harder time picking names than this, so I think they've been set. Felix, I thought of Felix the Cat cartoons as well. That's not where it came from either. It's just a name that April liked. So, but Felix is all cuddles right now. He jumps up on my lap. He slept on my shoulder earlier while I was working. I worked from home today, just so I'd be around. I don't usually, but Oscar finally came up and was seeking pets. And Oscar absolutely loves belly rubs, so I think he'll come around in the next few days to being as cuddly as Felix is. So I'll start posting pictures in. So if you're not in my Discord, then you might want to join, because there's a pet pics channel and I'm probably going to spam it. So anyway, I don't know if Teresa's there too, but hi Ray and Teresa. Those are my in-laws, and they decided to jump on here for the cat announcement. My older cat one is hard to come around, now loves to flop over and get belly rubs. Yeah. So I'm happy. I think Felix is going to be the definitely for sure an outgoing cat, and I was hoping for one to be. So yep. So we will see. They are only 10 weeks old. Hi Liz, welcome. Haley Murray. They are only 10 weeks old. It will be a while. Oh, hey Ryler. It will be a while before they are going to be able to roam in here, because 10 weeks and this. I probably exist within 20 feet. There's probably 10 Black Widows within 20 feet of me right now. How many viewers do I have now? How many people just left? Yeah, I'll be posting pictures. But if anybody, I mean, a quick jaunt back to the beginning of the stream, you'll see them. Anyway, that was fun, and we're excited. Learn all the little wires that are effectively cat toys. Oh yeah, for sure. PF Dennis, thanks for gifted memberships. Hey Daniel. I should bring Jumper down too. I'd be long gone. They don't bug me. I take care of them when I see them. But yeah, exciting. We're very excited. We are not going to finish this today. I don't think there's quite enough time to finish what I want to do, and I don't want to end it early. And by early is before we actually do WLED stuff. So I want to do some input shaper stuff, maybe get a print started, and then finish the stream taking a look at what it takes to put in WLED configured and learn what I don't know and finish it off next week. The following week. It'll probably be the following week. Mrs. Lee Marie 3D, thank you for the gifted memberships. Oh yeah, Black Widows are all over the place here. Most of the babies, it's been around here. I mean, if you've been watching the stream for the last couple of months, I've been fighting baby spiders, and they're almost all Black Widows. So, a few orb web spiders. Is that the right name? So, trade the spiders for the snakes. Speaking of memberships, the member stream will be Saturday, and we will be building a the Orion Blasters Lynx. The Orion Blasters Lynx in these colors. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that an awesome color? I'm gonna use LED effects plugin. We'll figure something out, Frank V. I haven't taken the time to go through and learn what we can do with it, so I figure we'll do it. We'll start it today, and I will brush up on what I need to for next stream. So with that, I did enclose this in between streams. Let's get this back over here. So that green is Galaxy Green from Prusament. The silver is Galaxy Silver Prusament. Is Black Widow dangerous for the cat? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not great. I don't know how likely they are to get stung or bit. But yeah. Let's power it up. You missed the colors. It was about 1 minute ago. Redacted. So let's power this thing up and get things going. What filament do I have out here that we can print with? I might have to go grab something, because I don't think I have any ABS out here. We're going to print with something ABS. What's your heat insert tool called? Looked around the channel and couldn't find it. That is the VLMP from Vector 3D. I think you can get kits for them from West 3D in the US. Otherwise, Vector 3D is in the UK. So, but it's a vertical linear motion press. Is everything else working? I kind of jumped into stream today, so Polymaker filament giveaway, links in the pin post and the description. Be sure to enter. Hey, Reth. What else? Let me check something here. I just got a text that I'm not quite sure about. And printing Dragon Burner and Zoll to see the difference in which one to use, leaning towards a Zoll. We'll be doing a Dragon Burner on the Salad Fork build, which is the next major Sunday series. The VLMP can also be self-sourced in a small amount for the STLs to Vector 3D. Do you expect that links will be finished on Saturday? Yes, I do expect to finish it, Brain. So, okay, this is powered up. We had printed with PLA last stream. I didn't have it enclosed. And we had some questions on the ADXL sensor that's included on the Orbital Toolhead board. So I, not having built a mount for any other, am going to use this Mellow 3D one that attaches directly to the nozzle, and we're going to give that a try. So, but we need to get it configured and working. So let's figure out where we can do that. I have not redone anything. With it enclosed, I've been bouncing between projects and kitties. I am streaming both days this weekend. Saturday will be a member stream, and Sunday will be Prusa MMU3 build. Didn't you have issues with shorting with that ADXL? I don't think so. If I did, I don't remember. So. Drinking stream on Monday. Yeah, I do all my streams. I try to do all my weekend streams at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Pacific. Work project and now another one this week. I almost forgot. So on last Sunday's stream, we did finish and complete the black box build series. And I printed this after. This is a cube modeled by the GPs, our very own the GPs. It turned out really awesome. It is definitely have print quality issues, but that's because I did not tune the filaments at all. I ran with the black box default settings and it was a stringy mess. I think it was a little hot. This is the little prime tower. This is very hollow. This is very light, but it was to take care of what you see here. Otherwise that would have been all on the cube. As I tune this, I should be able to reduce this even further. And this was, if the tools are over here, this was right here. So it was nice because it kind of blocked some of those strings from getting over to the printer, to the print. But yeah, that's a little prime tower. It is light, it's not solid. I did not sort the bottom layer bridging. I ran supports and they came off okay. But yeah, full 5 colors. It took about a little over 4 hours. And considering there's no filament tuning, it turned out great. So it's 3, 2, 1, countdown, a few extra 3s on there. I did, in Prusa Slicer, I did paint the silver in. That's not part of the original model, but in the slicer, I painted the silver in to get another color. So yeah, very happy. We did a maker coin, one of the ones that K2 Kevin designed, and printed that on stream, and I forgot it at work. I was showing it off at work and forgot it, but it turned out really, really well. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to move that printer over to the other garage and get it set up. I'm hoping I can use my rep box as the filament management system. So, okay, well, let's go back here. I think we have watched the stream for a while. It was interesting to watch the head changes. Oh yeah, I did. For anybody who might not have seen, and if you're not in my Discord and you're interested in stuff like this, then the link is in the description for the Discord. But I did post a unlisted stream of the entirety of printing that cube. So, Oh, and also, if anybody's in the Discord and saw that 3 posted by me right before stream, that is officially Felix's first message into the Discord. Felix has a propensity to step on and lay on my keyboards already. That is his very favorite place to settle at my desk. So that 3 was 100%. He hit the 3 and then the enter key on the number pad on my keyboard. So hey Taco, welcome. You need a cat keyboard that lives above your actual keyboard? Yeah. Yeah. I do that with mine. Felix knows my number. Where are we at? Where are we at? We need to figure out where to get the documentation for this Mellow ADXL so I can get it set up. And I think we should be able to just plug it in and see what is going on with it. What does this thing use? Is it an RP2040 or is it an STM? I can't actually tell. I think it's an RP2040. Hey Bob. Weekend breakfast time. For us here on the West Coast, right? Hey Nat. Got my cat her own laptop. Now she sits in that and not mine. That's funny. Mellow ADXL. Let's try that. I'm just gonna click on random AliExpress links. It'll be fine. That's the bracket. Do they have any? Usually there's links down for, oops, that's not what I want. Where's the more info? Here we go. Usually you can get something in here. Mellow is pretty poor, or I don't know if they're getting better, but they've traditionally been pretty poor about a centralized spot for their documentation. So I usually go to their product listings and see what kind of hints I can get from that. See you, the GPs. Thanks again. Excuse the scrolling. Well, this will help. That'll be a good bit of information right there. And nothing else. Okay, well, let's see if we can get it to work. I just passed it. Well, this is probably what we need. So let's. I'm not using a Revo. I'm using a Rapido. I'm using a Rapido on this printer. So this is the printer. So let's go ahead and go in here and let's hook this thing up. So one of the nice things about this build, and I'm hoping this USB cable is light enough. Mellow's water-cooled hot end. I have the VZBot one. I've not gotten around to working on installing it. So we're gonna plug this in right into the front, and then we're gonna plug this in and see what happens. We got a blue light, so that's a good sign. And let's see if it's showing up as a USB device. It's not my first no Revo. I've done dragons and dragonflies and Goliaths and yeah. I don't know. I don't think this would short out if I put it on. I think I'm fine. Find out what caused the resonance. No, but it's been printing great. I've just been using the printer. The green V2 has been printing great. SSH VT Gray, oops, pi at VT Gray local. Oh, good thing my hands were covering where I was typing my password. /dev/serial. And one of these is going to be it. That first one is probably it. I think that's the only RP2040 we have in the system. So it has a I was a Prusa. This is I wish I was Prusa. This is on Sharpie that Joe Prusa signed at Open Sauce, the first Open Sauce. So that's why I had asked him to sign my Mark IV is I am Prusa. Okay, so this is here. I don't know if I was listing that, but this is here. So let's go ahead and grab this. And let's go in here and go, let's do a, do I have a, hey, I have an input shaper config. So let's, ooh, that's off the LDO toolhead. It might be nearly the same. Let's, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to keep that around. Let's duplicate that. We're going to call this Mellow ADXL. Sure. I'm looking at it, Admiral Adama, and if the tip of the nozzle touches the board, it touches the top of a chip. I don't think it's possible to short out. So I think we're okay. Looking at this down the middle of it, if the tip of the nozzle touches the board, it's touching the top of a chip. So, okay, let's go in here. Mellow ADXL. And we are going to... Hey, zombie. Go back to the very beginning of the stream if you like. Let's do this. And see some new critters. And we are going to uncopy this, or uncomment. I'm going to leave this one commented. I don't know what the axis map is. Hey, Daniel. You were sent a sneak peek? Nice. How do I want to set this thing up? 125, 125, that's fine. Hey, Trevor. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to go a little higher because I'm going to go on a nozzle probe. And I'm going to name this thing ADXL just for fun. And that means we have to find LDO underscore TH and replace it with ADXL. Oh, kind of actually have to type the whole thing. Aren't you happy I didn't go and type each one of those? Aren't you proud of me? And we want to compare these, the pins to the Mellow docks here. So CS is GPIO 13. So let's change that to 13. And S clock is 10. And Mossy is 11. And was the other one 12? Yep, Miso is 12. What's the shortcut to that? I just did Control F. Control F to find, and there's a find and replace function in there. Okay. Pathetic. Are you talking about the USB cable being attached? I agree. I've brought that up before. I don't know how much it affects it. I've somewhat been told it doesn't. to any significant degree. I just unboxed one yesterday that I've had for months that I bought on LE. I've yet to use one. Oh, one of these? Given more time and more keeping on track of things, I would have located one of my LDO ADXLs with the little FFC cable to use. It is the Mellow ADXL I'm using. Okay, so with all of this, let's save that. And let's go into the... Orbital. And let's get the ADXL stuff just out of here. Just keep it clean. Let's just comment it out. That is this guy down here. Let's just comment this out so we don't have to worry about any of it. Resonance tester stuff. Hey, Armored 3D Printing. I like the beacon for the fact it's always connected, as well as the USB for the ADXL. A cheap accelerometer for RipRep firmware. There isn't one? You can get the Adafruit one works, right? Don't the Adafruit? I have a couple that work. Okay, let's save that. And then we're gonna go into our main printer config and add to our long list of includes that we're using. Include ADXL. Nope. Mellow ADXL.cfg. I think that's what I saved it as. I have tried the Cuspa. I have no idea where it is at the moment though. I would have had to make a mount. And this one has a mount built in. Save and restart. See if it's happy. It is not. Clipper version. It is probably... Do you know the name of said gyro? I'm pretty sure I got it from a listing on the Duet docs, but if you ping me, I can send you what I bought, Valador. Let's see what we're saying. I think it is our version of Clipper on this thing. So what buttons are on here? We've got a reset. Do we have documentation for reflashing this? What documentation for reflashing this? Was it in here? Did I scroll past it at some point? Detail, chords measurement, resonance. Oh, this is all this. Yeah, that should all be, I think, okay. Check stream chat. Thank you. Let's copy that link. Bring it over here. Installed a dedicated ADXL board on the toolhead. This has one, but it uses the LISDW or whatever sensor, which apparently does some filtering that isn't great for actually reading the results and using them. I don't really want catapult. I just want to do this without catapult. Does it? Clipper configuration, updating Clipper on USB. What is this? Oh, they do some weird stuff with their whole thing I can ignore. Oh, catapult's fine. I have no problems with catapult. I just didn't want to bother putting it on here. What do we have here? Let's go LS USB. So we should have the RP2040 here. How do I put that into DFU mode? Is there a thing here that says how? Look on the primitive serial, run the make flash command. Can we just flash it? I have no problems with catapult. Catapult's awesome. Is this assuming that we have... I'm just trying to figure out what we got going on here. Yeah, I think it's assuming catapult's there. Hold button while connecting on ADXL. I kind of thought that might be the case. Let me do that. Unplug it. Plug it in with the button held. No, that didn't do it. Nope, that didn't do it. Nope. There is a reset button, but it didn't put it in. It did not put it in DFU mode. Shouldn't I see it in DFU mode if it put it in DFU mode? I should hold down the button and then plug it in, right? And then let go. And that would put it into, but it's not. Let me make sure I'm not missing something here. Clipper with USB. I don't want catapult. I want, here, let's try this. Let's try in here. Make clean. Hold boot, push reset. No, there's only one button. There's only one button on this. There are no multiple buttons. There's only one. It doesn't have catapult. Flash clipper on USB firmware with catapult. I mean, will it just flash? I don't think so. Let's try that. Install the bootloader, SSH, CD, make clean, run that, burn catapult. Yeah, here we go. This is what we're looking for. Thank you. This is really all we need. Press the boot ball. Yeah, it says press the boot button while inserting USB cable to put the fly into boot mode. And it should show that, and it doesn't. It's not actually working. Press the boot button while inserting the USB cable. Plug it in. Let go. It does not. Let's try a different USB cable, just in case. Push harder. Hold the button longer. I held it for a solid couple of seconds after I plugged it in, Sergey. I don't know what's reasonable or not, but give it the clamps. The board is powered by a USB cable. There's no other option. Okay, plug that in. Let's hold this. We're going to try a different cable here. Hold down the button, plug it in, and let go of the button. It's not going into boot mode. What does dmessage-w do? USB. What am I looking at here? Build the query. A lot of stuff there. Oops. Scrolled too far. I don't know what I'm looking at here. So it's definitely now plug it in and see what message pops up. It's plugged in. It's plugged in. If I tried double pressing the button, I did. That was one of the things I tried. It doesn't do anything. Replug. I mean, it's seeing it. I mean, you're right. Let's try going directly to the Pi. We can also try, here, let's do this. Let's unplug this. Let's plug it into the computer. I can always do it the old fashioned way with Pi stuff, right? Plug that in, hold this down and plug it in, right? And it should show up as a device on my computer. Won't it? Or if I just hit the button. I've been around far too long for that to work, Sean. Even with Stream Brain. I waited a solid 2 seconds. I'm not doing anything with it plugged into the computer. Oh, it did read, it did do something. I mean, the new device. It's registering a new device, but it's not showing up as a drive like it should. Windows L. I hit that key combination multiple times a day, as most people should. What? It's not going into the mode. So let's turn the printer over on its side and see if we can figure out why. See if it'll do it directly. It usually shows up as a drive letter on the PC. Let's do this. If we get too caught up on this, we can always shift around and play with WLED stuff today, and I'll get a different ADXL going for next stream. Plus, we might have ref here. I did check for a new drive when I did it. It didn't come up. Okay, where does this thing plug in? It's just right here. Nice and easy right on top. Oop. I'll try a couple of different USB cables, but let's go back to the one it's just trying. Okay, directly into the Pi. I'm gonna make it last for this stream. That's no problem, Boydie. That's no problem. Okay, hold it down. Plug it in. Hold it down. I'm gonna wait a while. Is that long enough? There we go. If that's not long enough, then something's wrong. So let's go back here and yeah, it's there. What flavor from the Ninja Creamy tonight? I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm getting one. I don't get one every night. We don't want to burn out on them. If I hit that, nothing. Unplug. Do a quick release. Nothing. Try, let me try yet another USB cable. One that's, normally I think I have one around here that would come with a, come with these controllers. Might have to dig up into my, yeah, dig up into my USB box. This is one of the USB cables that comes with the 3D printer controller. So nice short cable. Plugged into the Pi. I'll try the other USB hub on the Pi too, just in case. Or the other USB channels. So hold down the button, plug it in, let go. Yeah, no. Is that one of the gloomy sites? Or Peter? Yeah. It's not going into... I'll try this cable on the PC, sure. Okay, so I just get a nothing. I should be able to hit the button after it's plugged in. That should show up as a drive, right? Doesn't seem to. Try holding down the button and plug it in. I've used this ADXL. I put that firmware on it. Now let's look at device manager because it's showing something. Yeah, nothing's weird. Got the same issue at first, but now it works. Be gone with you bucket on the other side of the garage to yeet faulty hardware into. The problem is that I gotta really be sure that it's faulty and not just me. Why is this not coming up? Huh. Oh yeah, you can't put post links in chat on YouTube. I don't have any control over that besides making everybody moderators, and I'm not going to do that. Is this the serial device there? Yep, it's the serial device that's coming up there. Hey, Chris. Let's try the other. What do I have plugged in here? What is this? It doesn't really matter. Let's just unplug that. It's gonna... Clipper is not happy anyway. Let's try the other USB channels on the Pi just in case. Okay. Nope. Shows up in a different spot on there, but... That's a good point, Frank V, just in case. That's a good point. Make sure I'm not actually shorting this out anywhere. Let's grab this thing with, I'm gonna grab it with a piece of plastic behind my finger, just in case. Okay, held it down for a couple of seconds. Oh, there we are. Good point. Yep. That is what it was. My oily fingers. Okay, now that we're in there, we can go back. Let's just go over to the clipper on USB. And I don't know why they want the bootloader. I don't know that it matters if it's there or not when. So we want to go TV clipper, make menu config. Yep, slight conductivity from, yep, from my fingers. It's saying do that. I think that's the, I do need to flash it. It's too out of date. It's Clipper's complaining. Okay. I have cargo shorts on. I mean, look at me. I have cargo shorts on. Let's put catapult on it. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Do I have I have catapult in the machine, right? Let's put catapult on it. Might as well, right? No, don't save. Yep. Hey, Mad Cat. Yep. We're here. We might as well do it. So, catapult. Don't need that. Don't need that. This is all good. Not going to worry about their little instructions there. Raspberry Pi. Is that the 2.5? Oh, shoot. There we go. Just joining back in. Where are we with things? We're progressing. It says do that. USB and not enable the status LED. Quit. Yes. Make clean. Make -J4. What is it right now? We're 100-degree day today, right? 97. Making a line drawing 2D map. I have a photocopy I'm trying to make digital. What would you suggest? Making a line drawing 2D map. I have a photocopy I'm trying to make digital. I have no idea. What's with the kitties references tonight? Go back to the beginning of the stream. And maybe around giveaway time I can coax them back in. And then we're gonna burn it. So, oh, we can do this. What was that? That is device 2E8A. Yep, same thing. Okay, so let's copy that. Is that gonna execute it? I don't want to actually execute it. Screw it. I'll do this. Sudo make flash. Oh, you don't need the sudo on this. You shouldn't. Make flash device equals 2E8A. They are very cute. That should do that. Okay, so clippers should be on here. Am I actually showing? Yeah, okay, good. Or catapult should be on here. There we go. We got a catapult device now for the RP2040, which is good. Now we can go and load clipper on it. So now we're going to go back to here and go to the 2040, 16K, USB, nothing else. Okay, we'll go through and make sure. So this is clipper, make clean, make nothing else, and make it. And then we're gonna flash it with catapult over USB. So make clean, make dash J4. My daughter Kendra wants to know what the kitty names are. Oscar is the orange tabby, and Felix is the all black one. Oscar and Felix. Okay. Okay. Run the make flash. Ah, okay. Flash device. Do we need the full path to that? Yeah. This. The catapult device. And enter, I think. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. We should be able to now double check, and let me get this up here so you can see it. Now we have a nothing. Why does that say Orbital now? 2040 Orbital. Why does it say Orbital? Why does it say Orbital? What did I do there to make that say Orbital? No, because the Orbital itself is an STM chip. That's the actual Orbital. The RP2040. No, because it's not there. We didn't. Oh, USB. You're right. There it is. Okay. I didn't go in there and change that. No, it's not weird. I didn't go in there and change this. Whatever. It's fine. I'm not going to change it. It's a quirk. I didn't name it specifically, but it's a leftover from the last time. I didn't think to go, because I never go in and change the USB ID. I mean, I think there's probably some, potentially some simplifications and setups that we could do if folks consistently use that. I'll be very confused in 6 months, but that's okay. I'll be confused anyway. Hey, R3D. I'm going to leave it right now. I'm going to leave it. Got to unplug this. Got to plug this other one back in. Got to plug the front USB port back in and put this all back together. Nero is going to be live with Joel right now. So 3D Printing Nerd is, having Nero as a guest, and they are supposed to go live at 6. So I imagine they are. I do have this stream set up to raid into Joel's stream. So if you're still around when we end, be sure to go over there and say that I sent you. If they're still streaming, I'm assuming they will be. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, check out the very beginning of the stream. Let's turn this back over. Yeah, I know. I'll need to change the config. So let's do this. Let's grab this. We need a new cat cam. Once we figure out a place for them to settle. Now realize this is going to probably be months. So we will get cat visits, but we probably won't get cat roaming for months. Here, and let's go into the Mellow ADXL and update that. Now let's save and restart, and it's not actually plugged in, so it's going to air out. Let's get it plugged in. It's not going to be happy here, so we will not touch it as we plug it in. And we are going to want the firmware restart again. And this should come up. There we go. The ADXL on the correct version of Clipper. That was not as bad as it could have been. Thank you, Frank V. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's see. First of all, let's go back over here and go to Clipper, because I don't remember the exact bit of the test command. I want to see that we're getting actual reading the ADXL. So what was that? Checking accelerometer query. That's what we want to run. So let's go over here and just make sure we're getting values from it. Invalid ID, got FF. Now I've had, oh, okay. Generally indicative of a connection problem. Got an idea. Try heating up the bed on Phoenix to a cozy temperature. I know running it again. Yes, I know that trick. But I also seem to remember that Mellow actually has their Mossy and Miso pins backwards. And if it's not the Mellow one, I've run across one where the documentation have them backwards. And I don't know that this is it. But let's look at the config here and make sure I didn't screw something else up. XL chip is ADXL 345. Let's see. Is that what we should have? Yes. 9, 10, 11, 12 for CS, S-Clock, Mossy, and Miso. Okay, I'm gonna try this just because I remember one of these I was messing with. I worked on forever and it ended up being those backwards, but it might not have been this. Nope. Okay. That was not it. CS 9. Oh. See, I typed them from this. Maybe this is what I was remembering. This is, if you remember, this is the table I referenced when I put those pins in. So I'm just going to leave this here for a second so I'm not crazy. I can prove I'm not crazy. But you're right. This one says 9. So let's 12 and 9. 9. There we go. Sweet. I know I'm still crazy, but not for that. That particular instance, I was not. Okay. We're at the hour mark. Reminder of Polymaker filament giveaway, pin post in the description. I'll try to bring the kitty. I'll probably only be able to get Felix out here without being completely distracted. And that'll be in 53 minutes. So if we can get those like numbers up there. We were almost on parity before the stream started. Okay, now we need to put this thing on without killing everything. The challenge with all of this is that the challenge with all of this is that the you can't home with this thing on. So I need to home now and then get this on without shorting it out as I'm installing it. I am using Tap, so technically I probably could just home with it on, but I don't want to. Thanks, Jeff. But shouldn't your printer double bump when you home with sensorless? No, you want to actually turn that off, built by Devin. You don't want to do a second homing move with sensorless in general, at least with the clipper settings. Speaking of Jeff and the kitties, that makes me think of litter. The kitties are litter players. They like playing in the litter box. It's not the most endearing quality that they have. They get in there and spread out down to like their chin down into the litter and then dig around and then do their business. But I have introduced them to the litter robot. So they know it's there and their regular litter box is right next to it. So as soon as I see them use both, as soon as I see they've used both, the regular litter box is going and they're just going to get used to using the other one. 3. Here we are. We got our kitten about a year ago. She loved to do that. Yeah. They're just babies. Yep. Okay. What were we doing? Oh, yeah. We're going to home. I guess we might as well do this view. Oh, where did that go? You're right. It's because I've been messing around with things. Is that where I normally have it? No. So let's go left. Double me. All of me. Oops, wrong one. There we go. I got input shaper working on the V0.2 Pico thingy. Nice. Home all. And what size? I am going to do something here. I'm going to go and grab my a roll of filament because I don't have any ABS out here. But I also need to grab my little magnifier glasses. For some reason, I have like 5 extra pairs of those and I only know where 1 are. See you, Keith. So I'll be right back. Let's do a little dancing max for you. Okay, I'm back. We will have, said I'm going to miss Tuesday streams. We're going to have at least 2 more, at least, of regular streams. I'm still going to do Tuesday streams when I feel like I have something I want to do. But, okay, what size is this thing? Is this 2mm? No, it is. Okay, it's the 1.5. So now we're gonna go longest. Well, I had to pet the kitties, so I was gone a little longer because I had to give it a little scratch to the top of Oscar's head. And uh-oh, what happened? It lost communication. Well, let's see what happens. It's firmware restart. Let's see if I can get it out. No, I didn't. I don't think I shorted it. I think it's probably in the USB connector. We might pivot to WLED setup. and finish off with a different ADXL next time. And it's not coming back up. This is really not my favorite ADXL. It was handy because it has a nozzle mount. We will try this one time. So let's home this, and we can actually just see it there on the camera. So and let's go up a little more so I can actually get in there. See if I can get this thing onto that without causing it to fail. Nope. Okay, we're gonna try something else here. Since I'm not super thrilled with this thing anyway, we're gonna get this on here and we're just gonna home with it in place because we have tap. And that's a nice little advantage of tap. So that's in place. Let's get this plugged in. I don't think it's shorted. I think it's just the USB cable, and let's see what happens. I'll try a different cable, but let's just see what happens. It's back up. We're gonna home all and see if it fails on homing. Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna try a different cable first. So that cable's out. Let's try a different cable. Let's try this one. It's the charge cable for my Remarkable. The metal bracket touches the contacts on the board? Oh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's home all. It survived. So let's close this up. I'm gonna kind of close the door on the cable here. That should hold right there. And let's look at our belts first. I'm doing it. It is a Remarkable charge cable. It's working. It's remarkable that it's working. Okay. We will be doing something different next Tuesday. Then the following Tuesday, we'll finish up this series. Saturday is a member stream, so don't forget. We're building the Lynx, the Orion Blaster's Lynx Blaster. And I've got parts, but I don't know when we're going to start. I've got parts coming in slowly for the Reaper build. So shocks are here. Little 50mm shocks. I got the motor and the speed control and the shocks. And I already had enough belts for the transmission from the next build, but I probably have to order bearings and fasteners and stuff. Next Tuesday, we will probably work on the green V2 a little bit. The Reaper is a 3D sets, new 3D sets model. Is it the same Iran as the 9mm belt conversion? No. 3dsets.com. They have a new model. It's right there. That's the new model. It has an active ride height or adjustable ride height suspension. I don't know if they're gonna go. Yep, it goes. Oh nope, it just replaced. It had a nice little thing, but whoa. Well, I lost one screw. Where'd that come from? I lost a screw during the resonance test. I want to borrow an 8S speed control for that. It's a plastic transmission, Steve. It's a belt-driven plastic transmission. No. Anyway, look at that. Isn't that cool? Big old blown V8. Yeah. I'm not sure on the colors. And it is a body on frame. This model is body on frame, which is going to be interesting what body mods people do, what alternate setups people do, which will be really cool. So, starting to collect parts. Realistically, if I do this on stream, it'll probably be after the first of the year. But we'll see. Where are we going? We're going back over here and we're gonna see this finish. 240Z was fun. Black and orange tabby. You thought about doing clicky clack door mod? I know it's out there. I just haven't. I kind of like my split door. Takes up a lot less space, a lot less like swing in my area. Okay, let's go over here. Shake and tune results and belts. And this should be the one right here. Let's go the other way. No. There we go. Last modified. I don't know how that compared to last time. And we don't have Rep here to help me interpret the results. But that is our belt thing. And here, this is, what is this saying? That belt B is a little tighter than belt A? Is that what this line is saying? It says acceptable mechanical health. But I did just lose a screw in the middle of that. let's fix that. Uh-oh. Yep, it just USB lost it. I have a loose screw. Let's do a little bit of this. And what looks like starting to solidify stick here. Pretty sure this guy goes right here. How's it compare? Let's go look at the other sensor. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Just checking all of these. Yep. Checking all of those. I don't know if I can effectively, yep, I'll have to get a regular driver. See if we can get up here. These aren't loose. Those glue sticks just I've seen, at least this one is drying up way too fast. And one more. Make sure these are tight. Yep. Also, your reps recommend a Ziploc bag and in the fridge, like for super glues. Okay. I have a little mini fridge I need to get out here now that I've got some of this organized. The intent is to put things like super glues and Loctite, I guess, and beer in there. This isn't going to come apart. Okay. That is all good. The thought is, do we want to change these at all? It's hard to tell. Let's go ahead and get this back ready and reset. Compared to last week, see if it's any different. This was last week. So it is different, significantly. I don't know if it's better or worse, because I'm not good at reading these, but okay. Let's, now that I've tightened all those, we might as well run it again. And firmware restart. You want the right graph in the green wedge? Okay. See if we can get this to... I'm gonna try something. Bring you this way. Shut it down. I'm going to squeeze on the USB-C housing a little bit, see if I can tighten it up. But I want to turn it off first. At this point, I'm not really concerned about this thing, considering it's kind of a pain. There we go. Let's try that. We will try that. Let's get a, before we throw any results anywhere, let's get a run that either didn't lose screws or isn't using the other, is using this ADXL. Oh, I agree, sir. I agree. I'm not a fan of thick wires running to these ADXL sensors. Okay, let's go down here. I'm gonna hold this up to kind of, hopefully kind of support the cable. Put that piece of paper there just as a extra bit of well, I think no matter what, we're going to get some sort of impact wherever this cable is. That's why I've got an extra loop here going to the tool head, trying to keep it supported. So let's go ahead and do this again. Nope, not there. Hey, Peter. Oh, yeah. That looks much nicer than mine. See what this ends up doing. Chicken tune, yep. Belt comparison right now. Just starting there. I do have a, oh, right there. The umbilical is vibrating on the top panel. I am damping it right now, but probably shouldn't be. I got another one going on somewhere. That one was definitely the top panel and the umbilical though. Well, if it's the umbilical vibrating on the top panel, then it might. Because the umbilical is going to impact the tool head, right? I haven't lost any new screws though. Oh, that's right. I was going to move these LEDs to underside of the frame extrusions too. Oh wow. I could probably make a pretty quick little adapter to just put about any ADXL on this nice little aluminum bracket. Nobody's screen rattling around in the stealth burner. Oh, really? Okay, so that finished. It's gonna be processing probably. Is that it? 637? I guess so. Go here, and this is the latest one. Not much better. So what, the problem is I don't know how to really look for what is causing whatever. Is it umbilical? Is it something else in here? Is my belts need to be tighter? It still looks like oh no, this is saying belt B is a little tighter than A now. Well, is this belt B is a little tighter than belt A according to this? What did it say last time? Was that the same or was it the opposite? Last time it's belt B is a little tighter than belt A. So let's do that. Am I interpreting that right? Is that correct? Because I can get back here and I can tweak that. So belt B would be back here, but I'm gonna do this by tightening belt A a little bit. They're not very uneven. They can't be very uneven. I would feel very uneven. B is about right, and A is not floppy. They feel the same. I'm gonna go that much, about a third of a turn. Yeah. I did use the belt tensioner thing. That's what I'm saying. It's not that far off. I used the belt tensioner to get them even. If that is settled in and needs to be tweaked, then that's what we'd be doing. Oh yeah, we can chase unicorns. I'm okay with chasing unicorns. I'm okay with chasing unicorns. Let's go ahead and do a home to kind of equalize that. Oh, I'm not confident that it's 100% even, but I know it's not way off. I'm at around 2.7, Reth. I'm at around 2.7 for the on the tool. Put this here. Put this again. It is homing with the ADXL connected because it was resetting every time otherwise. I'll run input shaper next. "18 minutes till filament time." Yes. So there's an incentive for folks to go to Vice. Reth's giving a talk on input shaping. An ADXL for a Z probe. It's been talked about. It's not, I don't remember the exact technical reasons why it's a bad idea. There's that panel noise. I'm not touching it this time. Off to dinner with Milad's team meeting later if you need help. Thanks, Reth. I appreciate it. Enjoy. Oh, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Wow. Tacos. Not had tacos. Usually when I go into the office, I have tacos on Tuesday. Did not have tacos today. Hey, Joel. You have to home Z when using the shake test. It needs to be homed, yes. I mean, theoretically, you could set the tool head in the middle and set kinematic position and everything. And it would, and it does need to be homed on Z2 because there's a parameter for where on Z to run it at. I have it set to Z30 right now. But you could set your kinematic position and then just run it. So that'd be a way around having to home it. But homing it helps to kind of equalize the gantry. All done. Machine. This is the 645 one. Slightly better, but it's still belt A is still lagging behind belt B. We'll try it again. We'll try it again. Do. I do. And early results are, I'm thinking Felix is going to be the most likely to want to come out here and play. But they're young. We'll see. They're only 10 weeks old. I don't think both kittens will be back at giveaway time, but where's that? Went another third of a turn there. The orange tabby Oscar is a little more timid. He's in just between last night and today, he's come around to actually seeking out pets from me, but he's not as clingy as Felix is. Okay. So Oscar and Felix. Okay, let's go ahead and home this again. Felix likes to play, but he settles down. He's slept right here on my shoulder during a work call today. He likes laying right across, right underneath my beard. Okay, let's do this again. Let's go here, and we'll just watch right here. I want to see what we're changing on these belt responses. Right, this is not quad XY, Frank B. What odd name for cat. Have you synchronized 4 XY motors? I'm reading your comments in reverse. Yeah. 10-week-old puppy, nice. June 12th. June 12th is when they say they were born. We didn't have a date for Charlie, but they said they were born June 12th. They were given to the shelter. 11 kittens were given to the shelter from one home. They had unfixed cats and they got overwhelmed with kitties. So we almost took 3 home. There was a tortie there that was in the same pen with Oscar and Felix. We were very close. But there were 11 cats from that home. That tortie had other friends to hang out with longer. So, and I was a little worried about taking home 3 cats from the same litter, because if anything is, they have any issues, there's a good chance they might all have similar. So. What do we got? 9 more minutes until pulley maker time. Thanks, Brent. Coming down to 2.5 weeks until Orange County Maker Faire. This is almost done, and I'm gonna need to print with it before I go. So 2-color print is the goal before I go. Got a bit more stretch during install. Maybe they'll even out over time. I have not looked at remodeling the camera mount yet. It's pointing in a decent spot and I've got it fairly focused. It's just not centered. I'm trying to get my boss to approve me to go to IRF. Nice. I will be at IRF. IRFtopia. 3D IRFtopia. Changing the car and the wind was so bad it blew the drain. Oh, you. I hate it when that happens. See the IRFia? Okay, is that running through? Running through, okay. Let's go and look at the 653. Oh, there we go. Potential signs of a mechanical issue though. We did get those even, I mean, I could go back a hair. But we made a difference. And we are 92.2% similarity. Let me tighten the other one a little bit because we can go tighter on these anyway. I was conservative on the tension. So I'm gonna go a quarter, maybe less than a quarter turn tighter on this B. Is that right? Belt A. Oh, belt B. Oh, belt A still needs to go a little more actually. Did that switch up on me? It's actually belt A needs to go a little more. Never mind. I need to go just a tiny smidge more on that other side. I'll leave this one alone. Ooh. Ooh. My wife's home. Either kitties are gonna distract or I'll have a chance at a creamy dessert. I think kitties will probably distract. Okay, let's get over here. We're gonna go just a tiny bit tighter on this one. Since the top's on, it's a lot more difficult to get into these. Yeah, 3D Printopia's very close. But the thing about that one, I have no prep to do. I just have to be there. Okay, quarter turn. See if we get that up and closer to 95%. Think anyone will have a tap or stealth changer advice? I have no idea. There's something you need to tell me. My 4-year-old is looking at the screen saying you look like... Nope. Okay, let's see. That is all tightened up. Let's get this back up in here. I think since I squeezed that connector, this has been a little more reliable, right? Let's do this again. Hey, Outervatum. Welcome. Okay, let's close this up. Shake, shake, shake. What do we got? 3 more minutes. So maybe I will run this. I will go see if Felix wants to come over, and then we'll do a drawing. I'll be right back. I don't know if this is a great idea, but we're going to do it anyway. Be right back. Here's Felix. Shake and Tune's not difficult to install. The instructions are pretty good. It's just a quick run. Cat tax paid. All black. Nothing else. Hey, Garrett. That got bit my finger. Got the tail going. Oh, where are you gonna go? Okay. I am gonna keep him distracted. There we go. Oh, I'm damping the printer. Both of them love this toy. This is the most fun thing ever. Let's keep you over in this direction so you don't fall off the end here. This will keep him here on the table at least. Oh yeah. Now he's pretty good about not extending the claws when he's playing. When he jumps up onto my lap, they get used, but he'll learn. Oh yeah, not nearly as much work as a puppy. Holy moly. Let's finish. Let's see. Machine. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Nick. What is it? 701. Hey, we got 97.4%. Here, real quick. 97.4% accurate and good mechanical health. We're gonna call it good for now. Attach it to Phoenix and run it. That's funny. Okay, let me get this started. See if I can multitask here. Wheel. Is that right? Yep. Oh, and let's switch over here. Well, that doesn't work. You'll have to just know that he is being thoroughly entertained. Until we get ready, let's do this. Okay, let's close this entry when we haven't had a new one in 3 seconds. Okay? 3. Once you get to this point, if you're happy with the print output, it's not worth messing with. Absolutely. So we got one. So 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, one got in there, but I'd already hit link to sheets, so you got in there barely. Hey, Kittrell. Okay, so Ceramic Squishy, you did get the first one. And who got in there? Jess, Scott, you barely got in. You barely got in. Okay, so here we are. There were 11 kittens that came in from this litter to the shelter, so let's go between 1 and 11. Oh, I don't ship anything, Andy. Polymaker takes care of that. What do we got? Orion Schmidt. We're gonna do 11. We're gonna do an Orion Blaster on Saturday. That sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Spin. Who do we got? Bearded Bucket. Congratulations. Are you here though? You got to be here to win. Bearded Bucket. Congratulations. 2 minutes to say something in chat. Congrats. Bearded Bucket, and that's the way to announce yourself. There you go. Congratulations. Kitten energy. Oh yeah. There we go. And just because I always do, let's do the search. All looks good. Congrats. It's the slowdown, but I don't want to stop, but I'm getting tired. Don't knock it. Thanks for the gifted memberships. Pex pepper on the end of that toy. Crawl in the printer. Thanks, Bearded Bucket. Whoa! After something. Is it explore time? Oh yes. Oh yes. We gotta close the, unpin the message. Okay, I'm gonna go put him back in the other part of the house because he's really anxious to explore this whole area. So I'll do that real quick. Oh. Oh boy, both are male. Yep. Yeah, Phoenix bed. Could put a little towel down. Chief printer inspection. Well, so far it's looking like Felix. He's all over being around me. But I do have some pictures I'll post with both cats exploring the printers in the other garage. Can we get the other kitty? He's a lot harder to get a hold of. Doom Paints. He will show up again. They will show up on more streams, but I don't want to push it. The thing about this is if they're not going to naturally come in here and mess around, then I'm not going to make them. We're going to bring them on and say hi and stuff. And over time, they'll be able to play in here, but I'm not going to force it. So the Felix does follow me around the house. I don't know if he follows any of us around the house because I was the only one here today, but okay. Back to here. So we got acceptable results on that. I don't know how to interpret, I don't know how to interpret this, but we are at 97% and we got good mechanical health. Let's see what our input shaper graph looks like. Oh, and I did get one. What do we have today? Banana? No? Ooh. So I have to. What is that?
It's like coconut. There's butter inside of the butterfinger, but it's...
Oh, it's what are those? The coconut sticks? Yeah. Peanut butter and coconut sticks. All the old folks out there. What were those called? Flavored stick, or what were those called? What are those called? You can still get them. All the old guys out there tell me. Shoot. I love them. Chico stick. That's what I was trying to think of. Chico stick. Andrew, thank you. Am I right? All the old guys out there will know. Oh, you don't like coconut? Maybe I actually think they are called something else in other parts of the country. It's basically a stick about 10 inches long, about a ½ inch in diameter, and it's peanut butter and coconut. It's like toasted coconut and crunchy peanut butter. And it's all kind of standalone. It's not like covered in chocolate or anything. Here. That's Chico Stick. Let's see, are they packaging and name? What else are they named? I feel like they're called something else somewhere else though. But yeah. Bitto honey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Litian. Okay, back to here. Let's do a regular resonance test. Axis shaper calibration. Used to put coconut and vanilla wafers in my banana pudding. Need to look up a really old candy. Necco wafers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of black licorice and stuff. So Necco wafers are right up my alley. What about what is it? Whorehounds is what they're called. It's molasses, I think, is a basis for hard candies. Oh, there you go. Bill said it. I didn't read that before I said that. Oh, yeah. Up the XL per hertz. So we've been big fans lately of the ginger chews. Those are pretty good. Has anybody had those? Ginger chews. They're little chewy Asian candies. We get them at the Asian Food Mart, or you can get them other places too. But they're yummy. Ginger chews have a kick. They have a little bit of a kick to them. I'm spoiled. Ooh, minor brain freeze. Ow. Hot end power temperature is from. Hot end power. Oh, that's a trick that Robert Lorenz does and the Orbital toolboards. I don't remember. He has an explanation on his site on why. I don't remember the whole thing. While we're waiting for that, let me go delete from the description because I didn't do that before. Have you ever put a tall scale on a machine for remote tail scale? Is that tail scale? Is that right? Oh yeah, okay. I have not. I've heard about it though. Are we done? Yep. Up. Input shaper. Let's look at X first. Okay. See if we can open that in. Oh. Just open it. There we go. Maybe get a little better look. A little tall on the peak. What does that mean? See ya, Dama. What is that typically? Does anybody know? Tall on the peak, is that an indication of anything, or? And then, so how do you do accelerometers on bed slingers? Use two? Yeah, or you do two separate tests. And then Y. Ooh, that's not good. Whoa. Y is all over the place. I wonder how much of this has to do with this cord on the ADXL and all those things, and maybe the umbilical. See you, Rick. Live stream I did on my own printer too. The result wasn't good, and disassemble and reassemble. Higher Excel could be limit the tool name. Y and Z are both high. Any rotation in the head along X. This is a tap. This is a tap setup, so it's not a rigid tool head. And yes, there is a little bit. See you, Brent. I don't know if there's somewhere, maybe I can go through and just make sure everything's tight in the tool head. This is a printer that we'll probably be visiting again. How are the chaotic lab? Yeah, the early ones had problems. I had reasonably good luck with mine at less, I mean, not super high excels. I'm just kind of trying to see if I can see. I mean, I can flex it, but I don't know if it's necessarily anything that's like loose or whatever. It just might be distribution. I don't know what they mean, Devin. I'm not familiar with how to read these. I'm not super familiar. I couldn't explain it well. Reth will, and he'll be giving a talk at Vice if anybody is going to be there. And he does a series of videos. It says EI, but that's 2.6% vibration. 2 hump is 0 vibration at 10,000 excels. Oops. So that's probably what I'd set up for right now. Is probably not knowing anything else. I'd probably set up 2 hump at 10,000. But when Reth gets back from dinner, I'm sure he'll give me some advice. Okay. That took a little longer than I expected. We can set these up though, and we can set these up and start a print and then call it. So let me get these over where I can read them. Let's open up X as well. X and Y are open. Close this. Yeah, I think we're going to print right now. We're going to take these values and we're going to print a benchy. I think we're going to print a benchy. Yeah, there's lots of things we can do with that. Exciting things, and detecting where vibrations are and stuff. I just don't have time in this stream to get somewhere. We'll try to cover some of that next stream. That means, where do I need to go? What was I doing? Go to the dashboard. Oops, here's where we want. And where did I put my... Are they down at the bottom? Yeah. So for X, I was going to do... MZV. Oh, and this is at 88.6. I know my my picture is getting in the way, but Y is going to be 2 hump EI. At 98.0. And then what is this damping ratio? What is the actual control for that? And what was the section? This is input shaper. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Can I find it this way? No, darn it. There we go. That's what I want. Input shaper and damping ratio, X and Y. That's what I wanted right there. I want to know what that was. And we're going to put that in there. Damping ratio for X was 0.69. And damping ratio for Y was 0.43. There we go. Let's save and restart. See you, Dr. Dave. I'm gonna get these out of the way. And then let's go here and comment this out. Save. Yeah, might as well just save and restart. Unplug it. And unclamp it. There we go. Clean the bed. Oh, and get this thing heating up. And get this thing heated up while we do the thing. Maybe yes. Okay. And this was our setup for that cube. So let's go ahead. Did I change anything in these? What did I change there? That doesn't need matter. Didn't change anything there, and all that's good. So let's go to BT gray, and we're going to use some Polymaker ABS. This is going to be, and this isn't, I mean, I haven't tuned for this orbiter yet, so that was all the color changes in the cube. See? Digital to reality. Considering no filament tuning on this, I think it turned out pretty great. Some stringy, but it turned out pretty great. The silver was just painted in the slicer. Okay, and then print settings. Oh, I don't even know what we're going to start with. Let's go here. Speedier. The other thing we wanted to check, that I forgot, is here in printer, what are our printer limits? Where are those? Here we are. We were playing around last time. We don't really want to go 50,000. We are going to try just these 10,000 until I play around with other things. And we're not going to need all that much here. So let's go ahead and save that. This has a filament cutter and whatnot as well. No, it's a tool changer, Jeremy. So full different tools. No need to filament cut. Go back and get this back to heating. Things are heating, right? Yep. And then what do we want to do for this stuff? Go here and put in a benchy. And what do we want to rotate this thing 45 degrees? And then we want 2 perimeters. Let's go more top, but we don't need a lot of bottoms. What is the rules for top and bottom layers? What are the rules for top and bottom layers? Good night, TJ. Four or 5 top layers, perfect. Are we supposed to rotate it? Well, I think you get better cooling distribution, right? This isn't about doing a proper benchy print, Jeremy. This is about trying to reduce the print time. We want to do something like that, right? And speed. Wouldn't hurt to try. .25 layer height. 3 top and bottom layers. Is that allowed? Sure. I'm just gonna go. It's a good place to start, right? Don't knock it. If we just kind of run through and see where it limits. I have no idea. Someone said, what's fan speed setting for overhangs? Where is overhangs? Shouldn't it be in here? Is it under advanced? Where is that? Printer settings? That. Printer settings tabs. That's here. Is that under here? Or is it under general? Is there a I don't know where would that be under printer settings? Search. What am I looking for? Overhang. Is this it? Dynamic overhang speed? Dynamic or overlap? Oh, that's here. It's all turned off. Do we want to turn those on? Or do we just turn our cooling on? And what is this? Overhang size is expressed as a percentage of overlap. Fan speeds for overhang sizes in between are calculated via linear interpolation. It is ABS. I'm gonna do some of this. Some Polymaker ABS. Where is my... Where did I put my fan or my spool holder? Where did I put my spool holder? I think I have one over here I can use. Oops. Cooling, just cooling, I think. Oh, speed for overhangs and then prints. But do we want to change them? I'm not going to change any of this. I'm just going to put my fan settings up a little higher than normal and just send it. Because we do need to just send it. Where did you say? And speed. Here is pressure equalizer, max print speed. Max print speed. I think I have 400 set in my speeds. Dynamic overhang speed. Oh, there. I see. I'm not going to change it. I just want to see what this does. So if we go over here and slice it, say we're at 28 minutes. That's under tool. Let's go volumetric flow rate. Okay, so let's go over here to filaments under advanced and change this. What is this? Rapido can get something? What? I have no idea what a Rapido can do. This is a normal or a high flow Rapido, but not the ultra high flow. So if we do something like that and slice it, it only cuts a minute off. This will be sub 25 minute. Bump this. What happens if we bump this to 50? I know that probably won't do that. I just want to see what the numbers do. Yeah, it doesn't change. That's where I get confused on what actually does this. Let's go back here. Let's just leave this at, let's say 30. Let's see if we this isn't a UHF. It's Excel capped. Okay. This is fine. But what we could do is go over here. First layer speed is slower. I could go in here and actually change this to, let's just see what it does. Change this to 20. Save and restart. And get this back up and running. Get our heating back up. And we've got a little bit of soak here, so we'll be fine. And then come over here and let's go in here. And we're probably already hitting our maximums though, huh? If we go to infill and say, what does that do? Slice now. Yeah, we're not actually hitting any of those. Z hop is off as well. Printer limits. Does it actually use these though? Okay. Slice. It does or should. Yeah, it still says 27 minutes. I wonder how long it'll actually take. Turn off Z-hops. Place now. 26 minutes. Minimum layer time and cooling. Then that right here. Save all bridges. This is all turned off. Flow rate I have to 30. Why isn't this cooling thresholds? But I can't, why can't I change these? Oh. Is that better or not? I don't know what I should do here. Auto cooling off, but I can't change any of these if I don't do that. Yeah, it doesn't really make the difference here. It doesn't use it with auto, well. Yeah, we're still at 26 minutes. Let's get this filament loaded. Oops. Internal layer flow rates look like. I think they're gonna hit right here. There's some solid layers. Oh, I'm not gonna max it out, Valador. I want it to be limited to flow. I want a successful print here. So if I set some, I want values to be bumped up and some reasonable flow rate so we can actually print something instead of. Solid layer speeds are, I don't know, I got them at 400. Solid infill widths is 0.5. Oh, the bridges. That's what's doing those. Boom. Still 26 minutes. But what do we see on the... We're up to 17, so we can go higher on those, right? We're not really changing the speed. We are maxing out the flow rate through the whole thing now, though. Couple of little tiny spots. Is there any actual gap fill in here? $25. It's not a UHF. This is just a regular high flow rapido. Let's go with this. We're gonna shoot this at it. Let me go back over here and load filament. No, I do have external perimeters. A little, the XLs are lower for external perimeters. Then we're going to extrude. Get this PLA out of here. And back to temperatures. Tweezers. Oh, I will have a CPAP blower set up on the way, which will be part of another round of playing around with this printer. We talked about that last week, but I got confirmation that Big Tree Tech's gonna send me one, so we will be installing it on here. We've got coming. I want to grab one as well. It's the big Tree Tech one. They're, they only make one. They're universal, whatever blower is, whatever they call it. That will probably be a combined revision to the whole tool head. We'll probably go to something other than tap. We'll do a different tool head board and a and the CPAP cooling. Okay, is this down? Yep, it's down in temperature. Let me just make sure that's clean. And let's do my little. Make the printer go burr here in a second. Get a little closer here. Oh, it's gonna have fun trying to focus, it looks like. Get in there. Ooh, RGBW sequence. Always looking for those. Are you in the UK, Muzin? Hey, Nurse Kate. Welcome. Okay, I'm gonna send this print. Florida, US, I imported them from UK, but grabbed extras. Ooh, I will gladly pay you for some, and shipping, if you're willing to send me some. If you have extras, shoot me a DM. How did you do with CAN bus to make it work? This is USB. This isn't CAN. But I've done many CAN setups with varying degrees of effort to make them work. I don't know if I've ever ran into one that I couldn't make work. Just took a lot of time. This is not a Nighthawk 36. This is an Orbitool. Still manufactured by LDO, but designed by a different person. Okay. Raspberry Pi 4, U2C, and SB2240. Is that the teeny tiny connector, Big Tree Tech board? And then what's your main board you're using? Octopus? There is, I don't know if you've been out there, if you had any luck with it, but there are quite a few people on the Voron Discord that are in the channel, CAN channel, or even a ticket if it's a Voron, that can probably give some pretty good advice in a little easier medium than YouTube chat. Tiny crimps. See, I used up like 15 seconds just in my skirt. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna do a little more shaky cam here and try to get it closer. Let's try that. Oh yeah, and I have 2 layers of my skirt. I usually do 2 layers on my skirts because if something is too close, it's a lot easier to pull off. I'm wasting all the time, I know. But really all we want to see is this. We want to see this next part. Have you been, Nurse Kate, that's a good point. Have you been to the esoteric or esoterical guide? Here, let's find it. This is, I have been caught on things before, and this is wonderful. Go through that. I will gladly try to answer questions if that doesn't help you. Bit of curling on that bow. Hey, Derek. Have you been around all night, Derek? Go to 100% fan. You have? Cool. So you've seen the critters. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely cool. Definite cooling issues there. But what are we doing time-wise? 22%. This is going to be less than a 25-minute benchy. What would happen if you had 2 of those 5010 that Mark IV has in this head? You get bulkier. Probably. There's the different approaches to either brute force it or work on actual cooling ducting and stuff. And there's probably a combination that you have to hit to get a well working setup, but Yeah, it's saying a little under 9 minutes left is what Maintail is saying right now. Folks like to see some of these numbers, so we can still see the camera view there, but you can see some of the various numbers that are coming up. The all the curling on the bow is gone now. Robert Cowan's screwdriver one? I started watching it. I haven't finished it. Oh, I went longer than Joel? Well, darn it. What are they doing only streaming for 2 hours? It's time to go get a beer for them, I'm sure. Hey, Rudy. Welcome back. Are very hungry. I bet. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, this is doing good. I mean, really, my ideal, hey Josh, my ideal is to come up with a setup that is probably somewhere around this, whatever speed in this range that gets me a still acceptable quality for printer parts. If I have to slow it down to get there, then I will. It's a max speed of a stock Voron Trident. That's a good question. I don't know. Thanks, Josh. How do you name your devices on the temperature chart? Oh, I think it depends on which device it is. I couldn't say off the top of my head, but if you look in the, I think if you look in the Clipper doc, in your Clipper docs, you can find it. Yeah, it's all in your config. We've got at least one more stream of this, Derek. And I'm going to go as long as it takes. I want to do WLED. And I was hoping to touch on it today and finish it next time. But if we get back to doing something else and having to do other things, I'll just keep going. But we will give WLED and that board its proper time. Because I don't have a build coming up after this for Tuesdays. It's basically Tuesday turns into when I have something I want to cover. And right now I want to cover this. And if I don't have something in a week to cover, then I won't schedule one. So. When I do the VZBot updates, I'll probably find a way to stream those. Yes. I need to do some water cooling stuff on it. I actually printed, today I printed the enclosure for the new display that I have for it. So trying to get it back into one piece and powered on. I have a 3D Chameleon, Derek. I'm not super thrilled with the documentation level on that. And doesn't seem to be widespread used enough to fill in the gaps. So I bought it and I got lost in the how I should be setting it up and didn't take the extra time to figure it out and moved on to other projects. So, how many printers do I have now? Somewhere between 25 and 30. I don't know exactly. Whiteboard today to order my project priorities. I bought a Remarkable for part of that, and it's kind of helped, but I need to refer to it more often. This is a Rapido high flow, not an ultra high flow, and it's a version 1 Rapido. Should do a print service side hustle with that many printers. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. How much do you leave on the belts of the, are you talking on a Voron 2? On most of my Voron 2s, I cut them flush. I don't leave any belts extra. Because you can still service a V2 with flush cut belts if you're if you use the top idlers as your basically your slack. You put it all together and then you put the top idlers in. That reaction got me curious. I have a very big aversion to dealing with selling to people. I don't like to sell things to people. I don't like to be on the hook for shipping things. I don't like to be responsible for doing stuff like that. So that's really where it comes from, is I don't like to commit to being paid to do something. Doesn't mean I don't. That's why I don't sell prints. I don't sell whatever. So. Yeah, I'm very fortunate to have a stable job that I like, and I can focus on this as a hobby. How many printers am I going to take to Vice? That's a good question. I will make sure that Voron has a representation of every model there. And then beyond that, it'll be just whatever we can fit. Because we're taking a cargo van again, and we'll have the 2 Phoenixes in it probably, and then whatever else fits. So it'll probably be similar to Rocky Mountain, because that's what we could fit for Rocky Mountain. Mm-hmm. Voron van at Open Sauce, same thing. Yeah, we're at 16 minutes right now. Nice. Oh, I guess I should have gone. There we go. Should have gone back to this view. Why did I switch to the other one? I don't remember. Thanks, Friction. I've been pretty pleased with this printer. Have you the 3D Sets has a van just like that in their models, Ballador. The estimate is never right for even we tried to put those in. We tried to get those synced up, Josh. And either I'm missing something, didn't get all of them, or something. What do you think? This is print number 2 with Zoll. I think overall, as far as like assembly, I think it's fine. I think the wire management was reasonable, at least in the configuration that I have it. Yeah. But as far as cooling performance and print performance and consistency over time, I don't know. I saw Cloud42's Gridfinity one. Is that what you're talking about? I watched it. Do I prefer a standalone Raspberry Pi or something like a CB1, CB2 on your builds? Well, the thing about my builds, Friction, is they're all different. It's part of the nature. The reason I have them is because I built them on stream and I try to do something different. I try not to build the same machine. Even if it's like 2 different models, I like to even do different electronics when I can. So there's a pretty big variation in what I have. So I have CB2s installed. I don't have any CB1s anymore, but I have installed them before. I have Pis. I have the Pi 2 from Big Tree Tech, all in different controllers too. So let's get a better look at this thing. And that says it was 17.5 minutes. Let's see what it says in here. 17 minutes and 36 seconds. It is stuck. That vision miner really works. Do I have a favorite build? Ooh. I don't know. You know, I mean, honestly, the one I've had the most fun with so far was the one with Daniel. I wouldn't say that the VZ-Bot was my very favorite build, but the build process was probably the funnest. And really any of them where I'm doing, like the one with Pooch and stuff, was a total blast whenever I've got someone else around to bounce off of. Trident would be higher on the list if I was using it more, if I didn't have trouble with it. Okay, we'll let that. Let's pull the bed off. There we go. Force it to cool down a little quicker. There we go. a bit of that, but the rest of that, even with the glitter filament, not bad. This is not tuned. I have no idea if I've got the right anything. If you had time using that CAN bus board I did open source, I think it would fit on Trident. That mellow. I used the board one of them you gave me to fix what I needed was to fix the legacy. Is that what you're talking about? The mellow SB 2040? No, most glitter filaments are not abrasive, Valador. Bigger part of the bed is too far away, still causing first layer to be see-through. The bed doesn't seem to print flat, like bed mesh, Z-squish, all that set to where if I go any closer, part of the bed would be far too close. And you're using a mesh and it's not compensating? I'm not sure. And that's on your Magneto X? I haven't finished installing the panels on mine to get to really printing on my production Magneto X. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. Oh, bye. It appears to be compensating, but not enough. There we go. That was undercooked a tiny bit. Yep. But I also did, I just basically turned the knob up on everything. I didn't try to go slower on perimeters or anything like that. See, don't knock it. We're going to call it a night here too. So we will be back probably in 2 weeks on this ish. We'll see. Next week we'll do something else. Saturday is member stream and Sunday is Prusa MMU3. So with that, I'm glad everybody got to meet the new critters today. And if you are in my Discord, you will see many pictures being posted there. So be sure if you're interested in that kind of thing to join. And yeah, so thank you for the gifted memberships. Thanks Polymaker for letting me give away a roll of filament. Thanks to everybody that contributed to this build. And hope you have a good rest of your week and hope to see you Saturday. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the build. Bye.